So you and grandma come up with this concoction and you get to a formula that healed you. How do you then build the honey pot? Because you have a business. Like, this is an impressive, incredible business. You work with Target, you have huge accounts. Like, how did you build this into a real business?
Oh man, a lot of mess ups, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice, a lot of just like being in a relationship with this business because that's really what it's like, you know. And I think when we got started, basically what we used to do is we used to do trade shows. So our first trade show ever was the Bronner Brothers Hair Show. We had started working with Honey Pot for like a year and a half from the story that I told you, literally a year and a half in. This is 2014. Bronner Brothers Hair Show is coming to town. In my mind, you know, that is the best place to launch a product like this because there's nothing but humans with vaginas walking around, right? So my brother, who's my co-founder at the time, he's an accountant. He has his own firm. He's doing really well, you know. In this time period, I didn't have money to be giving this product away and buying ingredients. So he gave me like a $500 credit card that I can use every month, and then he would just pay the bill, you know. And so that's what I used. But when it was time to go to the Bronner Brothers Hair Show, $500 just wasn't going to do it. So I got on my hands and knees and I was like, look, I will never ask you about this again. If this doesn't work at this show, I will never ask you to help me again. It wasn't easy, but he agreed to it. And he and Troy, who's also like my big brother, essentially came up with like $20,000. And we bought bottles and caps and labels and ingredients. We paid for the booth, which may have been like $3, $4, $5,000. I don't remember how much it was. And we went to that show. And it's crazy, Jenna, because we sold out. We took 600 bottles and we sold 600 bottles in 3 days.
Which is, by the way, like, I've done trade shows. That does not always happen. I've been at trade shows where we sold nothing. Like, it is a risk, people.
It is a risk, but it was a risk that we had to take because if people could hold it, and that if people could just see themselves using it in that particular moment, because you only have a couple minutes at a trade show to get somebody. First, we were only selling washes, but I realized you can't be in the consumer packaged goods space and only sell washes. You can't, because somebody's coming back every 30 to 60 to 90 days based on how they use their wash to buy your product. You can't survive that way. And so we had the idea of bringing on a pad company. We brought in a wipe company. We brought in a baby care company. We brought, you know, we just bought all these products and that we just wholesaled. And the learnings that we got from that is that that's actually what people wanted. People didn't want to go to multiple places to get their stuff. So we went from making like $30,000 a year to making like $240,000 a year between the years 2014. Maybe in 2014 we did like 20,000, and in 2015 we did like 30. You know, in 2016 we did like $240,000. So we knew that we were on to something.